Good morning. Shout outs. How was everyone's weekend? Are we okay? Are we alive? Did we make it? Did we make it another weekend? Look at you all. Rich Mitch. You know, we're feeling festive. Like Winterfest 86. Good year. Music sounds like I'm going to hear a Travis Bickle. That's a great name. Is it Bickle? Like pickle? Travis Bickle's internal monologue? Good morning. I woke up today in West Philadelphia, born and raised. On the streams where I spend most of my days. Yeah, we're feeling it. The inside. Oh, yeah, I got taco meat. Don't look at the chest, you fucking perverts. There's nothing under here, you pigs. Anyways, come here, beautiful. Look at this.
Going to work.
Give her a fucking kiss. Give her a kiss. Look at you. Look at you go. What a queen. What a gift from God. Living a dream, ladies and gentlemen. Come on. I'm going to drop a link. I feel like a lot of you right now are either on your way to work, you're at work, maybe you work from home, maybe a third shifter. I don't know. Let's talk about it. I remember doing these morning streams. It had a pretty well reception. It was received well. They're definitely tough when you do a late night stream the night before. So if these coffee and cannoli streams go well again and you guys really enjoy them, I'll break them up into two parts. Hey, same here, JJ. God bless. I don't mind. You know, maybe an hour and a half. Am I a cheerful morning person or a grumpy one? It really depends how I wake up. Some days, don't ask me why, you wake up and you're ready to take on the world. Other days, you can't even get out of bed. Can anyone explain that to me? I mean, I'm happy to be alive. I'm cheerful for another day. I tossed and turned all night, which was awful. Don't ask me why. Duplo just shaved my cunt. Good morning. Good morning, Duplo. At the office right now, prepping for the next 3 days. Gotta train an intern. Oh, God bless you. Look at this. This makes me happy. This just made my morning, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't expect to see this guy. Yo,
Oh shit. Yo, what's up?
what did you? What do you mean? Oh shit!
Everyone.
You have to turn your camera on to Joy. He's like, oh shit! What? Anyways, I woke up. I Jed. I tossed and turned all night, but I think I got about 6.5. It's pretty decent. 6.5 hours of sleep. There he goes. There goes Jad. About 6.5 hours of sleep. So I'm doing all right. Jad didn't expect to see Jad. No shit. What did he think? What is this? A fucking American Idol call in? You have to turn your camera and your microphone on when you click the link. I love when people act surprised. Like, how did I get here? What the fuck do you mean? How did you get here? But yeah, I woke up today and I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna do a coffee and cannolis because I felt I owed it to you guys because I didn't stream Friday, and I didn't really stream on the weekend. The weekend is the degenerate time slots. Chaos happens on the weekends, you know. But I figured. Good morning, Cindy M. I said, son of a bitch. Oh, look at this. What a treat. Oh,
Good morning.
good morning. Look at you. I'm
How
so
are
used.
you?
I'm doing great. I'm so used to seeing you in bed, like so comfortable that I don't
I
know how I feel about this energy. Look, are you wearing pearls?
I am. I'm interviewing some people today.
Well, you look very nice.
Thank you.
I like your glasses. I like the side, the clear. Yeah, that's pretty dope. They almost look disconnected on camera. That's kind of
Yeah, they are.
Oh God, echo, amateur hour. It's Monday. Do you hate Mondays? So you like Garfield?
I don't mind Mondays. I love mornings. I'm a morning person.
Mornings, you know, if you wake up early enough, they are people always say there's not enough hours in a day. A lot of those people sleep in late. A lot of those people kind of waste their time. I really feel that if you wake up early enough, your days feel longer.
Right.
But a lot of people just don't get it. They don't understand.
I mean, I go to bed late, but I like to get up like 6:30, start my day going.
That's not easy to do because you do stay up late and
Yeah.
you wake up early and
Yeah. I get like 4, maybe 5 hours sleep at night.
how's your body react to that? Do you feel like it's enough for you?
Oh, yeah, it's enough for me.
Okay. I'm trying to
Even on the weekends, I don't get it more than that on the weekends.
even on the weekends. You still
Hmm.
have like a schedule. I
Yeah.
think this is the wife, but I don't know. I get it's blacked out. I'm trying to get more sleep this year. You know, sleep is so important, and especially with these live streams, a lot of people they're just night owls.
Hmm.
And I mean, when you work from home, it's easier to do. But I think of Melissa. Like Melissa has to go to bed early because she knows she has to wake up in the morning and leave, and it's like it makes sense. She also claims she's old. I don't know anything about that.
I mean, I'm old too, but Melissa and I are around the same age.
I suppose weed is great for sleep. It is. It is. It's good when you are tense, when your mind's racing a million miles an hour, and you just need everything to chill. I
Yeah,
feel,
I'll sometimes at night I'll do the CBD gummies.
okay, those help you with sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are nice CBD gummies. I have the drops, the under the tongue. I'll
Hmm.
put those under the tongue. All the ladies are here. All of the beautiful ladies of the mafia are here. I like the lady energy. It's just a different energy. It's just. I mean, name one lady in this community, or even in the live streams, that's like aggressive. That's even remotely like I'm coming to fuck shit up. I don't think any exists.
I don't think so either.
I could be wrong, but from what I've seen, the women are so like. Look at the wife; she can't even figure out what she's doing. The women are just like it takes a certain kind of woman to tolerate a lot of the bullshit that goes on these live streams. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. Um, and whenever I see the ladies show up, especially with all a lot of it's boy talk, if you will. Not to say that ladies can't participate in such festivities. It's just not common, right?
Right.
So when I do see the ladies supporting, I'm like, these are my ladies. Like these ladies we speak to each other on a level. So I guess I'm kind of biased. Lily says I know a lady. Actually, maybe I was wrong. There could be one. Plural notes. It's early. My brain is at like
I
43%.
was thinking of one, but I'm not saying it, so I'm just going to agree with you. Yeah, Joey, you're right. There's no ladies that are toxic or anything.
Yeah, maybe I'm being too polite. It's too early. I had to pop out. I missed her entertaining. Oh, hi. Good morning, Allie. Beautiful Allie's here. When's the last time we had beef between two women in Fraycon? Maybe we're too passive aggressive. Maybe, maybe. I guess it's just the way that we conduct ourselves. I feel like men, and this is a predominantly male community, at least that participates. There's so many women that love fragrances. There's so many women that are YouTubers, but for some reason the guys just they love it. They feast on it. Autumn? How do you feel? Do you think that the males in this community, what do you think they need? Are they missing something?
Everybody just needs to be nice, be kind to each other.
Yeah, I mean,
At
I
the end of
agree.
the day, I mean, does it really matter?
No,
Does it matter getting upset about stuff that is on the internet?
you know what's crazy? There's things in life out of our control that piss us off. You could get a flat tire on the way to work,
Mhm.
right? Or you could spill something all over your shirt, and you have a meeting, or you have an intern. You know what I mean? But then it's like I think people are so bored with their actual life that they look at this as like a second life, and they're
Yeah,
like, I can be anyone I want. Because it's the internet. It's almost like people think this is a simulation, or is it? You know what I mean? And it's like I can be this whole persona. I can fuck off and wreak havoc, and okay, if that's your prerogative, if that's what you want to do.
right.
But yeah, I've been off. I've been off. Oh yeah, Chris has been real sick. Chris sounded like fuck pie last time I heard from him. Reminded me of Mikey Dins. Mikey Dins hasn't been able to talk in a month.
Is he better? Is Mikey better? His voice?
It's getting there. It's still not 100%, but when I first heard it, he sounded like he was doing an impression of Batman. And in a way, I'm like, this is kind of nice, but at the same time, I'm like, oh, this poor guy. The wife's gonna try and join for the third time. I have the patience of a saint, Autumn. I have the
Do you?
patience within reason. I'm very patient on these streams. Like me in real life,
Uh-huh.
what you see is kind of what you get, but I don't have a lot of patience in real life. For some reason on the streams and on the internet, I have more patience. Maybe it's because I'm comfortable in my home. You know
Right.
what I mean? If I was out, I'd be like, you fuck, but I don't know. I've been very patient over the years, I think. I can't really answer that. I guess you guys would have to answer that have been around. And I'm
I think
normally
I have a lot of patience.
You do have a lot of patience and you listen. And I've said this before. Too many people talk. Too many chiefs, not enough Indians. Can we say that anymore? Too many chiefs, not
I
enough Indians.
think so.
I think
I
so.
think so.
Right? Too many chiefs, not enough Indians. Um, Most women act more like a man than most of today's so-called men. That's a good conversation to have. I do feel. Go ahead. I want Autumn to hop in here. Go
No,
ahead,
you
Autumn.
say yours. I know what I'm going to say, so you say yours first.
This may get me canceled till early in the morning. I do feel that there is just a smidge um, of like what's the word I'm looking for? I have to be careful with my words. It's not that I'm going to offend anyone. I hate to use a word like narrative. I know people will throw up. I do think that there's something going on with the men of today, and I can't really pin mine. I have noticed, and I want women. I love an independent woman. I love a spicy ass. I'm attracted to like savage women, strong women, women that'll put me in my place, kind of shit. You know what I mean? But they'll allow me to put them in their place within reason, right? Um, I think a lot of God, sorry boys. I think not these guys here, but I think a lot of men are intimidated by strong women. I said it. I fucking said it. I said it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I do think a lot of men are getting real feminine. And it's not that they can be themselves and they can be no, but like it's almost like women are now the ones calling the shots. And that sounds crazy. You say something like calling the shots, but let's be real. This is a deep dive. I'm sinking. I'm drowning. I can't swim. Are men still men, Autumn?
Okay, you mean go ahead and say my point now, or my opinion?
I want your opinion.
My opinion is, and this is just my personal opinion.
Please give me the personal.
I'm telling you my personal opinion is because, like, I think so many times nowadays men don't have to, they're not taking responsibility. And so women are being like, I'm a single mom and I've been a single mom for 14 years. So I have to do both roles.
You have to
So
play
it
both.
makes me more, not manly. You know what I'm saying? That makes me have to take more of those roles because there's no one else here to do it. My girls may see their dad 3 times a year, maybe, you know, but they're older now, so things are different. But I think it's because women have had to take those roles. And some men have to take those roles too. I'm just talking for my own
Yeah, you're speaking for
personal
you.
opinion.
You're speaking.
I'm just doing the overall thing. I
Yeah,
don't
I'm
want
not trying
to
to. Don't
offend
generalize.
anyone.
Yeah, I don't want to. Rarely, a lot of times, I'll stay diplomatic. But if we can just give our perspective and our experience, that doesn't mean this is how it is in general. This is our perception. The pendulum is swinging too far in the other direction in multiple levels. That's a nicer way of putting it.
It is. It's very nice. But and then it also makes it like, I don't know if, you know, if I was in a relationship with someone, how that's going to work, because I've had to take, I've been responsible for everything.
Yes.
So I'm going to be like, oh, wait 1 minute. And even like my ex-husband was in the military and then he was deployed and came back. Like it was just simple things. Like I always take the trash out and he's like, what are you doing? I'm like, you haven't been here for a year. Don't, you know, let's don't start this now.
Sure.
So, but I think it'd be hard for me to be in a relationship with someone and trying to find that the equal, you know, trying to find something that we get along with.
I love the fact that you've played both roles, which is not an easy feat. You know, um, that's a strong woman right there. And I think you would have to have a man or find a man that has been in your situation. Maybe he's played the feminine role. So there's a mutual understanding of what it's like. Because you've been setting, this is my perspective. You've been doing this for so long that if someone was to come into the picture and start talking, you'd be like, excuse me? Like, this is my domain. This is how I do things my way. I've had to do them my way. But I get it. It's kind of
But
like,
I'd also would want someone to come in and kind of put me in my place and do things for me too, though, because I've not had that done in a long time.
ooh, see, but when you say that, then it, let's be real. What do you say? Because this is such it's what's the word? Divisive? Is that the word? This is such this is a great conversation. I think everyone wants to give their opinion and contribute and tell their sides, but
I think they need to.
I think they should. I think it's a great conversation. Long story short, do I feel like men are not very manly anymore? No. But who am I to, you know? Oh, look at this. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Autumn.
Good
Good
morning,
morning, Neil. What
She didn't come visit me or say, "Hey, would you like to meet up for some coffee and cannolis in Miami? Get some."
are you close with Autumn?
No, I don't know her.
Oh, you're just giving a hard time.
Next time I'm there, I'll hit you up.
Yeah, no, because I know you met with Aram and
Melissa.
or Melissa. Yeah,
Neil's
I,
heart's broken.
I didn't know you were the out and about kind of guy wanting to go out to like a speakeasy bar, but we can do that next time.
Oh yeah.
That's actually pretty fair, Neil.
Yeah. So here's the thing. Now, some people equate strong women with sort of bitchy women. Okay, because it's like there's women that can't tone down and they just have bad attitudes, and they're like, you can't handle a strong woman. Now, I can't handle a woman with masculine energy. I mean, every woman has masculine energy. You know, there's to a point, you know.
Can a woman be a hunter gatherer type, Neil?
Yeah, and I understand, like, you know, single mothers, they have to deal with kids, and dealing with kids is not easy because
Shout out
kids have attitudes, kids whine and complain. Uh, you know, they're a nuisance sometimes. I mean, obviously, you love them, but it's not always easy. But yeah, so I was talking with a woman, which we all know actually, and I'm friends with her. She's
name
like,
names.
no names,
Is
but
it a bad conversation? Is this not meant to be
like,
public
you
knowledge?
can't handle a strong woman. I'm like, my
A
girl.
woman said that to you that you
Yeah,
can't
yeah,
handle.
probably you know who it is if she has.
Put it in the private chat. I won't say it out loud.
Oh,
I won't say it out loud.
okay, it's in a private chat.
Yeah. Let me see. Oh, geez. I wouldn't have guessed that off the top.
And I'm like, wow. It's like, so she's like, no, my woman is more feminine. She's not weak. She's strong. She knows how to control a classroom. She's tough. She's independent. She owns her own school, this and that. But it's like, if this other person just wants to be like a little like nasty, you understand?
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is. And it's like, no, control your nastiness. It's like, that's not a strong woman because you're nasty like that. And, you think you're right all the time and I'm always wrong,
I agree with Chris the Canadian.
I do too.
I applaud a strong woman that can step into the dual role position, but can we also celebrate the man that does the same thing? Also, can we stop holding kids high? Well, yeah, when you add the kids into it, it's awful. It's not fair to the kids at all, breaking up houses and shit. So JP had a question.
Here's something. How come women always get applauded? Like, oh, you're a strong, independent woman. It's like, but men don't get applauded, but women, it's like
for like playing both parts, you mean?
No. It's
What's
like,
mean?
well, and that too. Yeah, that, I mean, in every circumstance, it's really like women are applauded, men aren't applauded.
Do you think sometimes it's because everyone in society puts that expectation on men? So,
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
and when I was a manager at the restaurant, everybody, and it's just how I am, I think it's my age, everybody would be like, they want you to tell them that they're doing a good job when they're doing their job. And I'm like, if it's your job, why do I have to tell you you're doing a good job?
Well, but yeah, I think everybody wants some praise. And it's like you're working for a crappy paycheck or whatever, tips. And if your manager says you're doing a good job, I'm sure it feels good. It felt good.
Really, if you're doing your job, should you have to be told that?
No.
I don't think I should be told that I'm a good mom because number one, that's my job and that's what I should do. If I'm a crappy mom, then you need to call me out and tell me.
Yeah, but
there's no need to tell me I'm doing a good job.
It's sort of like motivation. That's all it is. It's motivation. It's like, hey, you're doing a good job. Keep it up.
Keep up
Maybe
the
momentum. Because I'm from the South and my dad was a farmer. I mean,
yeah,
I was raised that way until you don't. You do what you're supposed to do and don't look for, oh, you're doing such a good job. It's like giving everybody a trophy.
Yeah, it's like, but with generational thing. In teaching, they always tell you to praise the kids, and that motivates them.
When I was a kid,
human psychology.
When I was a kid, they didn't hand out participation awards. The team that won. As I got a little older, but I was on the tail end of it. I think it started, but I was just getting older and older. The next generation, I realized that like everyone's a winner, and it stopped making you want to have that drive. It stopped making you, it almost like threw you off your course of being your best. Huh?
It's like Odin's Men. You ever listen to Odin's Men? You're like, nah, I don't listen to that conservative shit. Odin's Men kind of gets into that. Like, I guess Lizzo lost some weight, and then she, there was some people in her comments saying mean things to her, like, how dare you? It's like almost like, it's unhealthy to be obese. And it's like we don't want to eliminate the word obese. We want to use, because obese is fat phobic. I mean, there's no reality these days.
I don't know if anyone's really fat phobic. I think, like, here's my thing on this when it comes to weight and health. So the problem is there's some people that will kill themselves over comments like that. And I think with social media and how everyone has a voice and everyone wants to tell
They'll
a
kill
story.
themselves. They can lose weight instead of killing themselves.
Sure.
If it's, you know.
Right. But I mean, like, imagine that someone's bullied because of their weight. Some people, you know, are in vulnerable positions and you don't know what the fuck's going on in their life. And all of a sudden you got people on the internet that's calling them fat, telling them, you know, hey, you got diabetes.
No, it's not so much as calling them fat. It's they're praising big, beautiful women.
Like all bodies are beautiful.
Yeah, like body acceptance, fat acceptance. I mean, and I agree to that to a certain point, but to praise it as like, there's nothing wrong with you. You know, if I'm not going to ask somebody, am I fat? Because if they, you know, they tell the truth, they tell the truth.
Sure.
But, you know, so I kind of, obviously, I don't want to have that conversation with somebody.
Okay. Come on.
Yeah.
Obesity is a clinical term. It's identified as a disease, and therefore we should have more compassion. Many are genetically predisposed and struggle. Yeah, sure. The body positivity thing, I don't know what that means, body positivity. I don't know if I really understand that. You don't want to promote a dangerous lifestyle, but like, look at alcohol. There's commercials that fantasize booze and liquor, but it kills you and it's bad for you.
Yeah.
Where's the outrage? You know, where's the outrage when it comes to, like, you know, you see a McDonald's commercial, Neil, right? Everyone's like, oh man, look at that, Neil, the new sandwich is out. Let's go get one. Yeah, you know, so we're trying to be body pod. Like, it's like when you see athletes sponsored by McDonald's, you're like, well, they probably don't eat that. You know,
Right.
they're probably not having a Big Mac with an extra large Diet Coke and some fries.
That's why the McLean didn't work with McDonald's a long time ago, because nobody wants good food. Hey, let's go back to JJ's other question about stay-at-home dads.
I wanted to talk about that. That's why I had it highlighted for so long. So stay-at-home dads.
I'm all for someone to do my laundry, cook, have dinner ready, and to clean. I would any day go and work and make the money for some guy to stay home. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, there you go. Well, there's men out there. There's men. Well,
I mean, really, I'm not looking. Let's just say that.
I know.
Let's get that right there.
Speaking.
If I were looking, that's what it would be. I wouldn't mind.
If my women were like that, I'd be cool with it. I'm like, okay, I could stay home, play video games. I'll clean up the house. I'll cook for you when you come home.
I didn't say play video games. Like,
well, I mean, if I'm home,
dusting, baseboards are clean once a month. Like, things that I pay for people to do now, I would want for them to do for me.
Oh, I have to clean the baseboards and stuff.
Oh. So when it comes
that's part of it.
When it comes to stay at home, anything, moms, dads, whatever the fuck, there's expectations that need to be met. It's like, you're not working, but I need you to do everything, correct? That's pretty much...
Okay. I was a stay-at-home mom for 10 years before I got divorced.
Okay.
So, but I had kids, okay? But the thing is there was no off time. Like, my ex-husband, and like, he still on the weekends, because I was stay-at-home mom, felt like it was still my responsibility. I'm not going to be a sugar mama. I'm not really looking. No, but but on weekends, like, you have a job, you have days off. I don't think they have to do everything all the time. But while you're working, cooking, cleaning, helping take care of kids, you know, just that responsibility, I think I don't see anything wrong with it.
Mm-hmm. Listen, that falls on the household. You know, male, female, two males, it doesn't matter. That's their business. It's their household. My question is, and this is a good one. Let's say you work from home and I'm put myself in the narrative. You work from home and then you have a spouse that goes out and works. Should the one that works from home do everything on top of their work because they're home, or does it have to be mutual thing?
Mutual. I have a
Okay.
daughter. Okay, I work from home, and my youngest daughter still lives with me.
Hmm.
She works. She bartends
Hell yeah.
3, 4 nights a week. I mean, still going to school, but that is the issue we're having right now. Is
Mm.
because when I can get up, I can do things throughout the day, but no matter that I'm home, I'm still working. So I don't think everything. I don't think, and if it would go with a spouse too, everything shouldn't fall on the person just because they work from home.
Okay. I've had a few conversations, especially after the pandemic, of people that used to go to work and now their job is remote. It's completely they're completely at home, and they're like, damn, I'm expected to do this, that, and this. These are friends and like real life people that I've known
Mm-hmm.
for years, and I'm like, man, you kind of have to speak up and say, hey, like I'm still working. But my other
Right.
question is, we say stay at homes. Do you have to have kids?
No.
That's the big.
Because this is you know what I
No.
mean? Let's
No,
say,
don't have kids. I'm not saying if you have kids already, but
uh,
don't have kids. Dude.
don't have kids.
25 years. Let me tell you, kids. I mean, everybody says, "Oh, if it's your own kids, this and that." Kids are work, man.
Of course, it's not an easy.
It's
It's
that
probably the
I
hardest
never
job.
wanted kids. I didn't want kids growing up. I said I would never have kids, but it's the best thing that ever happened to me.
Hell yeah.
So
I
I
think
say have kids.
well, yeah, too, right, to each their own. But I think having a child is one of the, if not the hardest job in the entire world. Their life is in your hands. You know what I mean? Like, it's not a dog, it's not a cat,
But
it's a
it's
human.
like teaching also. I mean, teaching is hard, and you have to be a positive influence and role model. My mom was a teacher
Yeah,
for 33 years, and that's what both of my girls are going to school for. You
sure.
know, and one of them is a coach. You still have to live your life as a good example because these eyes are on you no matter what. They see you out.
Yeah,
Like,
they see
you
your good
can't
and
be
your bad.
all sloppy drunk.
Yeah.
And I mean, you just, there's just expectations because people are looking at you and you have to be a good role model.
Would you say up until the age of like adulthood, like 18? Or let's say 21, and then you know how, like, I mean, I don't have kids, but I've seen it with, even with Julisa's parents, big rips to her ma. They're not your friends, they're your parents. But now that Julisa's a fully grown adult, they can do all of those things, and it's more, it's acceptable now you can be friends, now you can talk, now you can go out, now you can drink, right? Is it kind of like when they're little on, you know what I mean? Because I've noticed, like, grandparents, right? Let's say I had a kid, me and Julissa had a kid, and it's like, damn, you treated me all when I was a kid, you were crazy, but now grandma spoils the grand. You know what I mean? Like, what do you think that?
Mhm.
Like, what is that? How do you explain all of that? Shout out to Kishi K. I see you, K. What's going on?
I think once my girls got out of high school and college age, I mean, you know what they're doing. And I didn't go out and didn't, I mean, I drank some, but it wasn't a
Mm-hmm.
lot or whatever. But I mean, now I enjoy going to a local bar, whatever, sitting down and having a nice drink, conversation, eating with my girls. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's
Mm-hmm.
our time. And it is like at the end of the day, I'm still their parent, but I can be a friend now. And it's a great relationship.
That's beautiful.
But you have to set the boundaries in the
Sure.
beginning.
Sure. Yeah. No, I agree
You
with
agree
that.
with that, Neil?
Yeah, well, I think you naturally fall like if you think you're gonna be a parent and be friends with the kids or be a teacher and be friend, it just naturally occurs that you become the teacher or you become the parent because you see their way of thinking is totally different from yours, and you're never going to connect with a kid. So yeah, you naturally fall into that role of like being stern or you know it just naturally happens.
Look at this comment from Melissa. I was a stay-at-home mom for 2 years. Apparently, this did not satisfy the ex. Left while busting my ass, cleaning the house, groceries bought, dinner every night, clean clothes, kids taken care of, and it still wasn't good enough. Damn.
That happened for me, and that was 10 years for me. So my ex, the whole entire time, found other things outside our marriage while I was the one staying home taking care of kids. And in military guys sometimes, not all times, but sometimes have different expectations. Some guys do, like with the house. Um, the bed has to be hospital corners. I mean, there are just certain things,
Yeah,
that had to happen. It had to be done. But at
sure.
the end of the day, it didn't matter.
It still didn't make a difference.
No,
That's
but I had the time with my kids, so that was good. But
you were
and
there.
you live and learn. I think every experience you have in life, you have to learn from it. Like it's
Absolutely.
made me a better person, a stronger person.
Yeah.
That necessarily I wouldn't be that if
And
I
I'm
was
sure
raised.
your girls appreciate it. You know what I mean? I'm sure they look
Yeah,
back
but I think with them it might have had a negative effect because they've seen I'm
on
the one
you.
who's doing it
Okay.
all the time,
Right.
and not maybe not my oldest, but my youngest is. I mean, she's a ball buster. I mean, she's gonna be hard to handle,
Yeah.
and that's okay. But
Yeah.
I think it had a different effect on her, as in how a male role should be sometimes in a relationship.
Hmm. Well, going back on the roles in the relationships, boomers are now employers of caregivers and are still creating jobs. Chris says if you don't have kids, there's no reason to be a stay-at-home anything. Get the fuck out and earn your keep. Is that where the sugar term comes in? The sugar
I
daddy,
don't.
sugar
I
mama?
mean, I don't think so because I mean, to me, the idea is someone. I mean, I would love someone to be home cooking and cleaning for me. I
Wait.
enjoy going out and working. So
Yeah.
if one person can do that, then why does it have to be a female who could stay home? Why is it negative for a male to stay home and do that and
Mhm.
to be a stay-at-home husband?
Well, Lily makes a great point. Some guys don't want their women to work, though, which, that is a more old school traditional value. And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, there's so many
That was
women.
me. Yeah.
There's
But
so many women that will be like, hell yeah, let's go. But now there's women that are like, fuck that. I'm going to get, what is it, Neil? I'm going to get my bag. I'm gonna get,
hey, but staying home in the 80s, it's like, okay, maybe you could watch Young and the Restless for an hour.
yeah,
I mean,
pre-channel.
dude, we have like everything. We have a computer. We could go shopping online. So staying at home
It's
is
different than it
pleasure.
was then.
And back then, it's like, God, I want to get out of the house, But
Do you
now,
think that's why there's a shift? Because there's so much at home
yeah,
that you don't really need
you're
to
right.
leave
It's like,
anymore?
why do I need to leave the house? If I were back in the 80s, transplant me in the 80s, I'd be like, I got to get the hell out of here. I
Right.
don't have a computer. I don't have a cell phone. There's no such thing, and you
I,
get out of the house and you meet people.
and I
Everything
think
naturally.
working from home for me has not all, sometimes, and I'm trying to do, and I am doing better about going out, like meeting friends or, or whatever. But when you're at home, like today, I dressed up because I have two interviews today. I have to interview people.
Mm-hmm.
But normally I'm like in my leggings and a t-shirt, a sweater, like comfortable.
You're
And I'm
comfortable.
already comfortable. So why leave? Like, you're at home, you don't want to leave. So I don't necessarily think that that's a good thing either. Like you need social interaction. You need to get out
For
because
sure.
I found myself gaining a whole lot of weight, just, not exercising, not doing anything
You have to be
because I stayed
extremely
at home.
you
You're
have
in
to be
Tennessee,
extremely
right?
What?
You're in Tennessee.
Yeah.
So
I'm in Chattanooga. I'm originally from Ringgold.
Ringgold, Georgia.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know Ringgold. Yeah, Swift. They have all those trucking. What Swift? They have a couple of trucking companies out there. What was the other one? Covenant, I think. Covenant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So where was I going? See, the thing is, it's beautiful out there, and you may not see it, but there's not. And Ringgold has a little bit of traffic or whatever, but at Chattanooga, it's not really a lot of traffic on that
No.
over there. But like Miami is fucking, excuse my language, a lot of fucking traffic. And it's like, it's annoying and people drive crazy. So if I was out in Tennessee, I would say, shit, I'm going to go walk over to the Tennessee Aquarium today. I'm going to go get a bite at Sticky Fingers. I'm going to walk across the Walnut Street Bridge. But
Shout out
there's
to
things
Walnut.
to do.
But Neil, I was in Miami and our hotel had the rooftop patio and the swimming pool, and we're right there at South Beach. You have beautiful areas there too. Like there was nothing better than I had. I mean, I am lucky I can work wherever.
Yeah.
And I was
That's
sitting
great.
there with my computer working, and my view was South Beach, the ocean, Like, I just think
Yeah,
sometimes
but
you
to
take for
actually
granted
live
what
there,
you have around you.
yeah, but to actually live there, it's like you have to have a lot of money.
I know, but you can still get out and walk in that area.
Yeah,
Take
you
us on a
have
do your video and take us on a stroll with you.
Come on, Neil, take us on a stroll.
I'm already jaded. I'm out of here when the time comes.
Then move to Tennessee.
Neil,
Yeah,
you think you've just been in Florida for too
Tennessee is
long?
nice. Chattanooga's nice, man. Chattanooga's underrated, in my opinion.
The
They had,
thrill is
they
gone
had,
for
they
Florida.
had a conservative Republican mayor, I think 15 years ago or something, and he turned the whole city of Chattanooga around because Chattanooga was a manufacturing. What was it? What they used to produce? They used to produce a lot of something out there. And anyway, but he turned the whole city around, and yeah, it's
Let
beautiful,
me ask you a question.
very modern city.
At what age were you like, damn, the thrill's gone. I want to go move to the country somewhere and just spend the rest of my life chilling, relaxing?
Honestly, Miami. Damn, I'm near myself. Miami used to be one of the best cities in the 80s, the 90s.
You don't feel that way anymore?
No, man, it's congested, man. It's really congested.
If you were younger, would you be able to tolerate it? Let's say you were in your 20s.
I don't think so, man.
Wow.
There's a
Wow.
lot of road rage too, and there's a lot of
That's
crazy.
everywhere.
No, no,
That's
no,
the
no.
stress
More
of
in
life.
Miami, dude. Miami, there's nothing like Miami. But
You
yeah,
been to Chicago? You ever tried to check out
Atlanta, Georgia. Atlanta's
New York
bad.
City?
Atlanta's bad too.
New York? Oh my God. I wanna read JJ's
Talk about
comment.
news every night about road rage. Somebody takes out a gun.
Remember, the more people that are in an area, the more hostility and
Yeah.
unrest is gonna be.
The thing is, Miami, it's like they built up, right? So
Yeah.
you have condominiums everywhere. So it's just everywhere. Just think of all the people in one of those 20, 30-story buildings.
Yeah.
So it's just so over congested, man.
I just think, yeah, I just think now at your age, you just want to go somewhere. Now you're ready for the country.
Relax.
You're
Yeah.
ready for which is pretty normal as we get older. You go from like the city life or the nightlife and going out and doing things, and then as you get older, you're like, man, I wanna live in the boonies. Like I want to go somewhere and just sit on my porch and sip lemonade and play Overwatch. Overall,
No, it's true. As long as you have good internet connection. And,
yeah, don't go too deep into the woods.
yeah.
AJ pretty much summed up my opinion on that conversation we were having. I don't believe in being prescriptive when it comes to how two people in a relationship choose their roles. Ultimately, it's on them. It's none of our business. Now we can speak from our perspectives and what we believe in, but let people live however the fuck they want to live. I mean, whether male or female, if it's a partner thing. Oh shit, on Average Joe. That's between two partners. Shout outs to Al.
Here, let's do this real quick. We know who's playing today. Georgia.
I thought that was a Green Bay Packer, and they lost. They fucking blew it. That G looks like
Georgia Bulldogs.
That's crazy. That kind of looks like the Green Bay logo. That's wild. They fumbled like always and ruined it. Rodgers is going to retire anyways. But I agree. I think with the shift in technology, it's kind of like all of us. We're so used to a certain way of life, and we're having a hard time adjusting. Old school tradition, traditional values, and that the old America, if you will, is not the America we live in today, and there's nothing we can do about it. We're gonna be these old cranky people that are like, get off my lawn, I don't have a cell phone. I don't believe in technology. I mean, I know guys that are in their late 70s, early 80s, they refuse to have a phone. And cell phones have been out for how long? Since the 90s or the 80s? I know they had them big ass phones, Neil, but just the small cell phones, even the Nokias, they won't have a cell phone. They don't believe in it. They're just too set in their ways, and I think that's the problem. I think with the media and the accessibility, really, it's smartphones, right? We have the whole world at our fingertips, and everyone can go on Twitter and have fights and talk shit, and I think that's what happened. I really do. I think technology has ruined it all. But
if you're someone who wants to have the old traditional values in a marriage, that's okay. It shouldn't be looked down upon because you want that either.
That's why you don't tell your personal business to people. You know what I mean? That's why you don't share
Oh,
parts of yourself like that with others, because it's a conversation. It's shout outs to Neil. It's like talking politics, talking race, talking real sensitive.
religion. You don't
Yeah,
do that.
yeah. We don't do that. Don't talk about your household. Don't talk about your wife. You're fighting with your wife. Don't tell your buddies
Or your
or,
parents.
or your parents or anyone, your
Right.
cousin, your sister. Don't tell anybody, because it's that stays within the household. That shit should not leave your doors. That's my opinion, and
I
that's the
agree.
problem. People talk too much. People talk too much, and everyone wants to be heard. And you tell the wrong person, and then it goes, and it's like a wildfire starts. Definitely don't tell your family. Definitely don't tell your family. Don't tell your coworkers. Don't tell. You know what I mean? It's like certain things are meant to be private. That's my
Right.
belief. That's my belief.
I agree.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of women that like I'm talking for my demographic, Joe Anthony. There's women that still grew up with those old school. Their parents were boomers. You know what I mean? And they grew up with those traditional values, and they probably want to find a man that's willing to be like their father. What do they say? You marry your parents, like men marry their mothers. Is that true? Is that here? Like,
I
and
probably so.
yeah, and women marry their fathers. So, holy shit, it's Remington. My wife doesn't work. I basically won't let her. She's all the power because of it. Is this unhealthy? Well, no, not if he's okay with that. If he's okay with her having all the power. That's the thing. Some men or some women, it, that's between you guys. That's your life. If you guys are happy, that's all that matters. If you're content with that and you guys can live your best life, I think Remington has kids. I'm not. I don't know if I'm. I think he does. I think kids really change the dynamic with this
Mhm.
conversation.
Yeah.
But should it though? I don't think it should.
I don't think it should, but I'm actually kind of conflicted with that. I don't know. It's tough. It's tough because oh, holy shit! It's Joe.
Hello, gentlemen and Autumn.
Hello,
Hello.
my good man. How you doing?
All right, I got like 2 minutes because I'm about to load my van up with a bunch of material.
By the way,
So,
before let me jump in quick. I was enjoying the bands and the music that you were uploading. That shit was
oh yeah,
fantastic. That was
it,
awesome.
that was a great night.
I would have lost my mind.
I wish I could have done more, but they actually had a real professional crew there,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
and they were filming for some like promotional thing that they're doing. I don't know. So you weren't supposed to put a whole lot on the internet there. So I would have put more, but what are you gonna do?
Yeah. No, but it was
Um,
awesome. Anyways,
two
go ahead.
two things. One, children. That is the most difficult phase of any marriage, any relationship. Most of the marriages I know perished after children came into the picture. In fact, I had one friend after I had my kids, and they decided they were going to have kids, and I saw him out at a bar, and he said, yeah, no, we talked about it, and I'm still going to have my time. I'm still going to be able to go out and do the things with the guys that I do. And I laughed at him, and I went, get back to me in about a year, bro. So let
Mhm.
me hear all about your time. you know they ended, next time I saw him, they were in marriage counseling.
Oof.
So there's
You
that.
have to learn how to work together. That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Teamwork.
And secondly, as we get older, men wanting to like dip out and get away from everything, there was a documentary that used to air on PBS called Alone in the Wilderness. It was about a guy named Dick Prenicky in
Great
the
name.
1960s. Have you seen it?
No, I just like the name. I got anything with the wilderness though. You're gonna suck me in. I'll have to check.
So this guy was like an accountant or some shit, got so sick of it all. He bought a camera at the time, which was, just silent film, but color. And he took off to Alaska. And at the time, if you would settle a piece of land in Alaska, it was yours. So he picked this. What's that?
shout out to the bus.
So he picked this piece of land on the edge of a lake. He built a log cabin. He brought just like a hatchet a hammer, and once a month a seaplane would land on the lake to bring him supplies. The dude lived out there alone in the wilderness for 35 years.
Oh yeah.
And he would film his daily, adventures, whatever he was doing, send it back to his brother along with letters that he wrote by hand. And that's how this documentary was put together. His home movies and his words read by a narrator. It's fantastic. It'll make you want to go do it, but I don't have the fucking balls to do something like that. And besides, it's not the 1960s, and I don't think they give you free land anymore. You know what I mean? But this is why, and then I'm going to go. That movie, Into the Wild, where that jerk off goes up to Alaska and dies after eating
Read the book.
berries.
Love this. Yeah, that now we're talking, Joe. Why did he die?
He ate poison berries and sat in a bus like a fazul and died, And so I was dating. I had just gotten divorced. I was dating this girl, and she was so enamored with that story. And I was like, I can go to Alaska and die. What the fuck is so inspirational about this? And then I made her watch Dick Prenicky. You gotta build your life around Dick Prenicky. That's my message for the day. Enjoy your day, people. Have a fantastic one.
Thanks for hopping on, Joe. Enjoy your day, bud. Much love.
All right, see.
I download down. Signing out.
The bottom line is with that is like you have to make sure you kill the animals because it's all about survival. And if you're not going to kill the animals, you're going to die.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard. It's hard reality. You have to shoot the deer. That's food.
I just don't think he had enough.
What a cute deer. No, you can't have that in you.
I think the gentleman Into the Wild specifically, he didn't have enough outdoor life experience and survival. You can read a book. It's a lot different than actually doing it. You could read to yourself how to, fillet a fish. You know what I mean? How to hunt. And listen, this was a young guy that just wanted to get away. He hated his life. He was absolutely miserable. He came from money. He burnt it. He didn't want anything to do with it. He was a nomad, but he was also an inexperienced nomad. And when you're living on the road and you're living in the wild specifically, and then you're going to go somewhere fucking cold, ladies and gentlemen, your odds of survival are literally just, shout outs to Chris the Canadian. Just imagine. So yeah, he ate some berries. He couldn't keep anything down.
He wanted to get away from a materialistic society.
Correct. Which I think that's the glamour.
You got to be able to kill animals. You got to be. There's not.
And in the end, he killed himself.
Pure fun and pure, just doing good deeds all the time. You're gonna have to shoot animals and slice them up and do what you have to do to survive because it's about.
Listen, when you're hungry, you put all that shit that all the moral and like I couldn't hurt a deer. I don't think it matters. I think when it comes, when you're starving, you're like fuck it. I'm gonna kill whatever I can.
Yeah.
And that's just our natural instinct as hunters, and it's been in our genetic, our DNA for how fucking long. Our ancestors, that's how they survived. But yeah, they made it. They kind of glamorized it of like
buy food at the grocery store.
Who doesn't want complete freedom? Of everything, especially today. This was the 90s. Look at how much worse it is today in 2023 and how technology. I mean, if he was young today and this happened, you know what I mean? He's making TikToks in the woods, starving to death. I don't know. He's doing dances in the fucking woods. I don't know. I think he would hate it. Chris McCandles, I think was his name.
Yeah.
Huge, great story. But like Dry Down said, he fucking died. He died. My mother's the last thing on my mind when my tongue's in my girl's asshole. That's more of a woman thing to me about marrying dudes like their father. Watching Remington and Chris have a conversation. She has all the power, but you won't let her work. Okay, if you say so. Sounds like you are as brainwashed as you have her. Very divisive. Shout outs to Chris the Canadian. Also, shout outs. I don't see Remington around here often. He'll comment on occasion. Remington is here. I think it was a bit arrogant of that guy in Alaska. He was cocky. He was definitely. Oh wait, are we talking about this other guy? No, he didn't go to Alaska. Did he go to Alaska? I got to look up this documentary that Joe's talking about.
Yeah, the other one was it wasn't as interesting. It was all right, but it was more of a documentary type.
Issa says I do anything to stay at home. I'm not built for the work life.
My youngest daughter, I mean, that is her goal too. I know it's funny. I'm like, but you have to have your degree. It doesn't matter. My oldest daughter would never stay at home, but my youngest it was a joke, but she was serious. Like, she would love to be stay at home. And all of her friends were like, you're crazy. Like, people her age are like, why would you stay at home? So I'm glad to see that from Strawberry or Issa because I mean, but to each his own, you know, but still, I think sometimes that their generation, because my girls are early 20s, people are looking at like, why in the world would you stay home? Like, they think that that is not the thing to do anymore.
And that's another thing. Kids are staying home like in their 30s, man. It's like, shit. Back in my days, it was like when you're 18, you leave. That's it.
But I don't want to be alone. I don't want to be lonely. So I have no problem with my kids staying with me.
Yeah. A lot of parents say that.
You know what bothers me? I know we're snowballing topics, but when people get shamed for living with their parents, and a lot of times because of culture or just different, like especially in an Italian household, the men normally live with the parents till they get married.
And they help take care of them. We don't do that anymore. We don't take care of our parents when they get older. We think it's something bad if a 30 or 40-year-old lives with a parent. There's nothing wrong with that.
Now, if he's in the basement, if he's an incel in the basement playing video games and doesn't work and the parents are still taking care of him like he's 12 years old, I understand.
Correct.
But if this man or woman is contributing and helping the mom and dad, which is a beautiful thing, that's what family is. You know, there is nothing wrong with that, but society's going to shame you. Like when I got married, I moved out. You know what I mean? Like my ma had been living with her boyfriend for a very long time, but she would store all of her stuff at the house. She didn't live with us. We lived on our own. And I told her, I'm like, listen, you know, I gotta go. It's time, right? Like it's time. And everything's fine. And everything's great. But yes, when my mother gets old, I will look after her. I will do my best to take care of her. You know, there's some kids that will just, you know, throw you. But is it sad?
I think that's a man. I'm just going to be honest. Like, because like in my family, it'll be me. It won't be my brothers. It'll be because I'm a caretaker. They're not. That's just my personality, which is fine. They will financially help things. And I'll be the one who, you know, I'll go live with my parents or they will move in with me, one or the other. But I think that's a real man, in my opinion, that can do that can bring their parents in and help take care of their parents.
Absolutely.
Well, both kids need to take care of their parents. If you have a brother, he needs to he needs to help out, man.
Does he?
But then again, I'm a caretaker. He's not. If he's financially helping, he's helping.
That's his financially helping.
Yeah, I mean, like they will financially help. They won't do they do physical if I, you know, went out of town or whatever, but it won't be there every day.
And nursing homes are super expensive, man.
Oh, absolutely. And
yeah,
a lot of them are awful. I grew up taking care of my father with my mother.
$1,000 a month.
And they don't always get the care that, you know, that you can give them or you can make sure someone's giving them.
What's up, Chief? Shout out to Jonathan. Yeah, it did escalate quickly. Issa feels attacked. It's like we're telling the story of her life. I want to homeschool my kids. I don't really love the thought of sending future little ones to school with how it is nowadays. That's a lot of that is conversations that me and Julissa have had. I'm like, man, like every generation's like, do you want to bring kids into this world? And I can't help but put myself on a pedestal and say, my generation definitely shouldn't be bringing kids into this world.
You wear masks in school and all that shit.
It's just everything. It's a different way of life. It's terrifying. I'd be terrified of the world.
You can bring people in who can be positive influences and positive role models because we have to bring positive people and have positive stuff into the world. So if you are good people and you bring positivity, then that's a plus. That's something good that's coming in. I don't know.
It's just scary. Hey, how you doing, Germs? I just feel like with the shift in the way, you know, children, once again, technology, the way of life is different. You know, there's crazy shit that goes on in classrooms that we hear about on the news. You know, there's litter boxes and kids are cats and shit meowing and what the fuck is happening? That's another conversation. I got divorced. Of course, my wife got everything, which I didn't mind because of my kid. But my dad got real sick at the time, so I moved in and helped till he died, and now I look after my mom. That's very that's that's wonderful, James. I mean, it's got to
Some
be tough.
it's these you got to be a teacher for a little while and see what happens in the classroom. Before I was a teacher, I was a sub for a little while.
Mhm.
Man, the kids throwing chairs. I'm
Yeah.
like, what the hell's going on? I mean,
Could you be a teacher today? What do you
nah,
think it's like to be a teacher today?
it's the same. Well,
You think I don't know.
little kids are fine, but like it's crazy, man. And we were
Congrats.
going to the middle school every day. They had the police there with major fights. It's it's a war zone, man. But they hide it so well. The school systems hide it so well, unless something gets out into the news or whatever. But yeah,
My daughter coaches high school volleyball at a high school around here that it's more of a transient. So it's like in Georgia, but it's right at the Chattanooga, Tennessee line. So it's like a transient school. So a lot of games and a lot of stuff in there. But at the end of the day, it's all kids want the same thing. They want someone who loves them, someone who shows that they care, and it's going to take people with good hearts and who have a calling to teach these kids and to show them that they love and they care for them.
Hell yeah.
It's
I-
just
yeah.
it's a different kind. Like
It sounds
even
like a
athletes are
full-time
different now than they were when my daughter, who's 24, when she was an athlete, because it was like you weren't on your phone. You know, you if you were on your phone, you're looking at videos of other teams to see what player, you know, like in
Yeah.
basketball that you need to guard. You know,
Study
but
'em.
kids aren't like that. Like now she has to go if they go to a tournament, they have to turn their phones into her because if not, they don't mesh as a team. Everyone's an individual.
Ah. Wow. See, I had no idea.
I like what Lily has to say right there.
I completely agree with what Lily
Yeah.
said. You know, it does depend on your relationship. We got to understand that there's toxic relationships between kids and parents, or vice versa, and not things don't always turn out that way. But hopefully, it's a healthy enough relationship where you remember being loved and taken care of and looked after, and they raised you, and now towards their time, you step in and you help them.
Correct.
I think that's how it should be. That's just my opinion. Yeah, it's graciousness. I think it's beautiful, and but I also, going back, does every sibling have to do it? I don't know. I don't think so.
Everyone's not made out to do it.
Exactly. I wouldn't shame a daughter or a son for not doing it. Now, let's say there was 4 siblings and none of them wanted to look after their parents, which I'm sure exists in this world. I'm sure it's existed at some point. I would sit there and go, shit, what the fuck happened? Like, where's the compassion? But listen, it's too many colors, and I don't mean race, but too many colors in the sense of like some people have awful childhoods and traumatizing childhoods and abusive. Their parents are, you know what I mean? So it's like,
Yeah. There's an
everyone,
exception to every rule.
exactly, and that's all we have to remember. This nursing home, you take care of your parents near. You should take care of your parents near. Then I think it'd be unfair to expect all siblings to participate. Yes.
Hey Joey, let's get. I'm getting bored with this fucking serious conversation. Gecko Hawaii. Gecko Hawaii has some like awesome. Actually, Duncan told me about Gecko Hawaii. You got to check out Gecko Hawaii, man.
Come with the clothing brand.
Lizard, yeah. So they have a lot of stuff you would love, like neon.
Yeah, I know. I was looking at it. It's funny you say that. They have some really nice orange and green color block jackets. Don't look at my taco meat. I got no clothes underneath. Dude, this is like a Winterfest 86, Neil. It's pink.
Mhm.
It's nice quality. It's reversible. I could take it. I could take it off. It would be all this material. I've been looking at. They brought it back. It was like a dead brand.
90s style. Yeah.
I get compliments all the fucking time, and a lot of people are either gonna laugh at you or they're gonna be like, "That's that."
Right
What
there,
are they saying?
right there on their homepage, they have a blue and pink jacket. It's geckohawaii.com. Oh my god! I said, damn, that's Joey right there.
Yeah, man, I love the colors. I think I love the color block style. Big fan. Yeah, you're right. You're right. That's
They're sort of copying.
you'd wear that though, Neil.
Hell yeah,
Yeah,
sort of like cloning Pit Viper, or I'm sure they're not cloning him, but damn man, I
you
like
know.
the shit. I might have to pick up a couple of their shirts.
I'm a fan of this style of Pit Vipers.
Mm,
This to me is more 80s than the other ones.
yeah.
Like these look like Macho Man glasses.
I like those better than the other ones, if you ask my opinion.
Oh no, I appreciate it. I like it as well. But these are the newest brand, or the newest style. And Joe Anthony, you're
Style.
gonna like. These are the flights, and it's literally the glasses that Joe A is wearing, except
With frames.
so these are more like Top Gun, AVA. I really like these. I get a lot of
I like
compliments.
I may get a pair for prom, depending
Hell
on
yeah.
what colors they have.
But I'm loud, I'm loud, and I love colorful, bright clothing. I think it fits my personality.
Neil does too, doesn't he?
Yes,
No.
well, that's why I said Gecko. Neil
yeah.
probably. I'm surprised you haven't bought anything from them yet.
No, I just Duncan just told me about it last night. I'm like, oh shit, I love this stuff.
I've been looking online at vintage Gecko, like from the actual '90s, and they're still in
Oh.
pretty decent shape. Like retro clothes. I mean, retro will always come back, but the '90s and '80s are heavy nowadays. They're definitely, it's their time. They're making a comeback.
Yeah.
I have a Tommy Hilfiger jacket that's all color block. I'll show you another time. But yeah, I love it. I love that retro look. I have sunglasses. There we go. I'm glad you have a pair of sunglasses. Yeah. Yeah. You wear what makes you happy. Wear what you're comfortable in. Who gives a shit what other people say? Vintage neon clothing community. Yeah, man. Julissa calls this my rugrat fit. She says I look like a rugrat, which I think it's hilarious because I'm a big guy. So it's like a big guy wearing a rugrat fit. I guess it's just funny. People like that shit. But I enjoy it. Like whenever I see her coworkers, they literally look forward to seeing what outfit I'm gonna wear when I stop in and visit. And like they always like Neil, I have a do you remember the Jazz Dixie Cup logo from the 90s? That was all over Taco Bell. It was on Dixie cups. Do you remember that? It was bluish and purple and it kind of flowed. Do you remember that look?
I'm not really exactly sure. But yeah, I remember Dixie cups.
Okay. You're going to know immediately. Like all of you guys are going to know. We all lived through that. So check this out. I'm going to show you an image real quick so you can get an idea. So this right here.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That was everywhere in the 90s, right?
Yeah.
Everywhere.
I just realized they have a lot of shirts like that, and I was like, wonder I've seen that before. Okay, so it's from the fucking Dixie cup.
Yeah. It was called Jazz.
Oh,
I have an entire tracksuit that looks like that.
Oh yeah.
I haven't worn it on stream, but I have an entire tracksuit that is made from the Jazz logo, the Scribble Cup. Yeah, exactly. Yes, JJ. I wore that out on Friday singing. We went out for the first time since Julissa caught COVID. We went out with our coworkers, and I wore that outfit. Jesus Christ, it looked like a big ass fucking walking billboard. Oh wait, we're at the 1 hour and 14-minute mark.
We are at that 1 hour 14-minute mark.
Oh,
get a bit right there, I guess, right?
I guess.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Beggar. Yeah, you could do it, man.
Yeah. Time is money, goddamn it, Neil. Are you not entertained?
Those glasses aren't free, man.
Nothing is free, man.
Nothing is free.
Nothing
man.
in this world is free.
You gotta pay. You gotta help donate for those glasses, everybody.
Cuddles. The StreamYard subscription costs money.
Yeah, it does. You pay.
Yeah, it does.
Paying $15 a month.
15?
Oh no, I'm paying 25. No, I'm paying like 25, 30. What am I talking about?
Paying 15.
$30 a month.
Yeah, I'm paying
The
30.
plan is 30.
I was like 15. Wait a minute. Anyways,
Yeah,
guys
back in
wanna-
2020.
yeah, back in 2020 when life was
And that's just to break even. So they pay. If you get $30 or whatever, you're breaking even.
so imagine that, ladies and
Time is
gentlemen.
money, man. Time is money.
I mean, good morning. PayPal.me/JujuB93. Happy Monday. Coffee and cannolis. Is this a vibe, Neil? Do you like coffee and cannolis? I know we've tried it on multiple occasions. I'm not sure if it sticks, if people enjoy it, but I I don't know. What do you guys think? Coffee and cannolis? Should we bring it back?
We should have. Yeah,
I think
absolutely.
so.
Especially now.
Yeah, I think it's
Bring
a
it
good show.
back.
I enjoy the coffee and cannolis. I paid for my sunglasses. There you go, Jackson. Jackson Flaxen, waxing.
Hmm.
But make it stick. I remember the plastic orange shaped cups. Hell yeah. But yeah, guys,
Mm.
I will probably go for yeah. Mm, I think an hour and a half is a good enough morning show. I got
It's
places
a
to go.
round off.
31 people watching at this time of the day. Hell yeah, bring it back. Neil, you didn't answer me. Bring it back.
Mm.
What's that? Bring back coffee and cannolis?
Do you like it? You
Yes.
like morning
Yeah, I like
shows?
coffee. I think I'm not like so into the vulgar. I don't want to say purr or whatever. You know what? I don't like those much.
So
But
you're
I like coffee and cannolis. You know, Autumn's very intellectual and serious. But I rather with the serious conversations than like the.
you did say you got bored though.
Neil, do you
Yeah.
get a mama bear vibe from me? I just need to know.
Mm.
Yeah,
Mm.
she's
Yeah.
a mama bear.
See?
I mean,
I need to appeal to my audience.
It's like things will come now. When you were talking about being a teacher, a parent, and everything, all that stuff changes real quick. When you realize, okay, this is my responsibility. It's not, and I think like when you look at having a kid, it's like, oh, it's the product of the both of us and this and that. But as soon as especially when the kid becomes a kid and not a baby anymore, you realize, shit, man, this is work. I got to be the parent because it's not going to work any other way. It's just the way it is.
Neil, if you would have had a kid, you think you would have been like a different man? Do you think you're
Oh, dude, you have to be. People say, "Oh, you got to, you got to be to have the kid disciplined," and you do. And if you can't discipline your kid, it's not going to work. Because that works a lot. A lot of parents think they could just get away with being a friend with the kid. It doesn't work like that.
No, it doesn't work that way.
It just doesn't work. It's like idealistic. It's fake.
Well, there is less.
You think you're going to be friends with your kid, you're going to have a hard time.
Mm.
Hey, I hate to leave, but I have 10 minutes to get ready for an interview and I have to go talk to some employees about work. So,
Well, it's
it's
almost time
been
to wrap
great.
up.
Thanks for
anyway,
having
so
me.
my
What?
pleasure.
Exactly.
Thank you for the conversation. Shot 31 people watching at this early in the morning. I'm actually really impressed. Surprised. Autumn, you have a great day at work.
Bye, Autumn.
There is less degeneracy in the morning, I think. Like I said, if Laura comes on here, starts shaking her ass in the morning, I mean, should I really say no? I don't want you to have a great day. Like,
Right.
I have to.
Or anyone watching?
Yeah, I have to have ass shaking out of respect.
Mm.
I'm sad that I have to work and watch. I missed the last 15 minutes. I'm really loving this. Thank you, Allie. Well, Laura's still partying. Yes, the World Cup. But if she comes back, you might be getting cake in the morning. Jackson's here for my glasses. I hate coffee, but coffee and cannolis rolls off the tongue. You know, that's right. I think I had tea today. Okay, I had tea today.
I had coffee.
I didn't have enough time to make coffee, so I just threw the tea in. Normally, I'd have it in a nice little pot, but fuck, man, I had to start. It doesn't have to be coffee. It could be tea. It could be juice. It could be kombucha. It could be fucking some water in the morning.
Energy drinks.
Energy drinks, whatever you need to start your day.
Protein shakes.
I've been to a party. Good for you, Jax. Thanks for having me on. I really enjoyed the conversation. Little whey protein, little Premier protein. Get your,
Oh, yeah.
Kombucha is the best energy, though.
I drink kombucha tea in the mornings. I like to start off my day with some kombucha tea. It's very good. I think most people need to let loose after a full work day. That's why the after dark hours. Exactly. Listen, if this is shut up, Issa. If this is more of your vibe,
Coffee.
yeah, coffee. If this is more of your vibe, then tune in the morning. If you don't like the degeneracy or the chaos at night,
Yeah.
I'll see you in the morning. But I've said this before. I got to say it again. You're not going to get a 3-hour show at night unless it's fucking really banging, and then you're probably not going to get a coffee and cannolis in the morning.
Yeah.
You know, shout outs to eBagging, but like, come on, man. You know,
Listen, it's. I don't think you naturally like when I stream.
I don't feel like I
want to stream, but that doesn't happen too often. That's why I don't stream too often because it's like I'm gonna put myself out there for what. Unless I'm really like feeling it, like shit, I want to hang out with people and I want to, see how everybody's doing, and But if you're not feeling it, which most of the time you don't, it's like what are you gonna do it for? You got to do it for monetary gain.
Mm-hmm.
The nights that I don't feel it, I literally don't stream. You're not gonna catch me doing it.
I don't feel it too often.
That's okay.
Yeah, hey man, come on the stream. I'm like, man.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't know how many nights where I'll put it right there and you don't make anything. I don't wake up like I'm never doing this again. You know what I mean?
Right. You can't do that.
I can't expect.
No,
I don't. There's no expectation, But I always value and appreciate those that do support and do help. $2, $3, $5. I have people give $100, $50, $69.69. You'd be surprised. The $69.69. But I appreciate it. We're entertaining people. We're helping them. Their days going by, and it's something to wake up to and look forward to. Would you rather listen to this or the radio? It's up to you.
Yeah, no, I'm saying, I enjoy it from a listener's point of view,
but not a host's point of view.
Because I don't see a video game or something, or some a PC game or whatever.
Yeah. Oh, I played that vampire game you recommended.
Yeah, Vampire Survivors.
I wasn't expecting it to be
so good.
No, I wasn't expecting the graphics.
Oh, you just started it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it like Windows 95 in the beginning, but then it
does it change? I didn't know that.
Oh yeah.
I was really shocked, but it was a lot of fun, and I lasted I think 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And then they made it unrealistic. I was like, hold on a second. There's no way to get out of this. There's no way, but it's a lot of fun.
You got to keep playing it. Before you know it, you could just bulldoze through everybody. And
I'm excited. Yeah.
Yeah, it gets better.
I even thought, this is a new year. We're going to try new things, anal. Sorry, Neil. I'm thinking of like gaming because me and Julissa love to game. We are gamers. We are competitive. We thought of streaming games just because the commentary's funny and just hearing us banter and yell at each other. Like, I think to stream Overwatch would be pretty dope.
Yeah.
Even though they kind of ruined Overwatch. Jackson letting us know he wears glasses. He buys glasses and he plays video games. Thank you for that. I miss Issa's hoe game or whatever it was, her prostitute game.
No, but I think if you streamed gaming, it's kind of a genre, and people are searching for that. People aren't really searching for what you are because you're kind of like not into a category.
No, I'm in my own category, right? This kind of just exists here.
Yeah,
no, I agree.
To a category. So, say for instance, somebody's watching another comedian gamer, I don't know, whatever, and then all of a sudden you're going to come up in recommended. But like, where are you going to come up in recommended with what you're doing?
Not with this, but with gaming, huge competitive market. Definitely entertaining enough. Me and Julissa's bantering and yelling is fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
So we got a bunch of different games. I could even stream the vampire game. You can watch me rage when they fuck me.
Hell yeah.
But that would probably be like not late night, but maybe after dinner time. Yeah. I would say I wouldn't be able to obviously do it now or in the middle of the day, but I think this is I don't know. I want to try different things. Like if you are a gamer, why not stream it?
Yeah,
exactly.
what do you got to lose? What does it matter? I'm not a professional gamer. I don't sit on a fucking thing 24/7, but I think I'm pretty good. Like I think I'm pretty good at Overwatch.
You don't have to be good. It's all about the commentary that you add.
Yeah.
It's all about shit. This guy, dude. There's one guy I was watching, and I don't watch gamers, but he would wear like he sucked at games, but he would wear like a tie, like he was like a professional,
Mm-hmm.
and it was crazy because he was like he sucked, but he played like this character where he was like a professional entrepreneur or something.
That's funny. So it was kind of like a.
I didn't remember his name or anything, but I enjoyed it because he was funny.
Hell yeah. Well, I'll try it. Do I got to get a fucking green screen? I don't know if I want a Miami Cuddles green screen in the back.
I don't know how it works. I guess
I'll look into it.
No, yeah, you just stream it from I don't know with OBS Studio, OBS something else. Yeah, I don't know.
Tuesday
I've done that before with OBS, but I never did it like streaming.
We'll give it a shot. We'll see what happens. Yeah, I think the commentary is definitely going to be funny. You're going to hear. You're probably going to.
Yeah, you don't need a comment. You just have to be in a little corner with what you're with your background.
Yeah, just do what Big T does. Yeah. If Big T can do it, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. I figured Neil would.
That's fucking true, man.
I figured Neil would get a kick out of that.
Go in the corner and that's it.
Yeah, I just got to make sure I don't have one person.
Mic. You have a good mic. The mic is the most important factor in everything.
That's mic. It's the best mic. I don't care what else does. Yeah. Maybe I'll fuck around and try something new. We'll see what happens. I know you love video games. I have a.
You don't have to have 10 people, and you just stream yourself playing games, dude. These guys. Sometimes I'll watch these guys playing some of these RPG kind of games, like
he's gonna mentor me. Yeah.
Littlewood, or what's the other one called?
Shout out to Littlewood.
And I enjoy it, and they have like 200, 300, 400 people in the chat, and the guys reading the chat and playing the game. And
you want to talk about super chats? Those fucking gamers make thousands and just sitting there playing games. They're not even like interacting with the chat. They're just playing the game. Isn't that crazy?
Stardew Valley. That's the game I'm thinking of.
I played that for a little bit.
Yeah. So
it's got me to play Stardew.
You play a little Stardew Valley. You make fun of the NPCs.
So you're NPC Neil, huh?
Yeah.
All right. What account is this? This is your your regular Miami Cuddles account. You said I blocked you from the streams.
Yeah. No, you blocked me from the chat.
Yeah.
I'm okay.
You know why I blocked you from the chat? You know why I blocked you?
Because I'm trolling you like crazy.
Because you just come in and you talk shit and disrupt. But at least you come on here and you have a conversation with me and we can laugh and talk. I have no problem having you on. But when you're just going to be in the chat, I see no point, no purpose. But that's just.
But I think Stardew Valley is a good one because you could make fun of the NPCs and Overwatch. There's not. I mean, you could play Overwatch and tell stories about your real life or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think. I love Overwatch. I think that's the best game.
I'm pretty decent at Overwatch. I think you'd really enjoy watching. Julisa's really good too, but Julisa's a healer. I play as Junker Queen or Ashe or Brigitte. Those are like my mains that I fuck with. But I think I'm decent
into Overwatch.
I do the death match and the elimination, and I think I do pretty well. So. All right, guys, we are at 1 hour 29 minutes. We're coming in at an hour and a half. I hope you guys enjoyed the Coffee Cannolis Fox Season 3, Episode 1. Joe coming in with the shout out to Street Scent. I want to give a big shout out to Cuddles and Autumn for coming on here. I think we had a great conversation. An conversation and a very that conversation. Everyone's going to want to give an opinion. I've got a girlfriend.
Oh,
there we go. Yeah. There you go, Jackson. That's good for you, Jack. I don't know who this is, but all right.
That's not D. Jackson.
No, I thought it was because it's spelled Jax. I was like, oh, who is this? Got to get Miss Triple X in here for Overwatch. Listen, that Neil. I don't know if you've seen Reaper's stream, but he had this big-breasted blonde, and she was a gamer, and she played Overwatch. And I was like, huh.
Yeah.
Maybe
I don't think she plays Overwatch. I think she plays Call of Duty.
She plays
another new game out.
She plays that one battle royale game from Titanfall, but she was excited. She got excited. Her breast started bouncing when we were talking about it. So maybe she likes.
I super shouted. I said top shelf guest, top shelf guest, top shelf.
I said top shelf breast. Happy morning, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your day.
I read that.
I love FPS games. Cindy, everyone in the chat, have a great day. Good morning, and if I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. All right, thank you for tuning in to Coffee and Cannolis. We're kicking off the season 3 season. Wait, is it 3? Yes. Wait, am I losing my fucking mind?
No, this is 2. This is season 2 of Coffee and Cannolis.
Yeah, I'm coming into the 3rd year.
3rd year, 4th season. We're in the 4th season of I Am Joey.
Yeah. There we go. God damn. Yeah, 2. Let me fix that. It's season 2 because when did I start Coffee and Cannolis? That was last year?
Last year.
Okay. I didn't
last winter break. Like this time last year.
There we go. I was like, what the fuck? All right, I was wrong. Shout out season 2. I lied. I don't have a girlfriend. Jackson, a liar in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Let that speak volumes. Don't believe anything he says. Can't wait to watch Big T get mad and tell Joey he sucks because his mom won't give him money for a better setup. Yeah, I'm going to have to go to Big T. Thank you, JJ. When's the next episode? Technically, it could be tomorrow. If tonight's stream isn't too savage. It's Monday. Hour and a half tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Only an hour and a half tonight. So thank you for the love.
We'll
thank
see
you
about that.
Let me give. We'll see about that. Right? That's been like I got to give my flowers, Cuddles. I got to give my flowers. All right. I don't get the super chats that pop up on screen. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Cannoli Awards. I need to give a big shout out to James K. Thank you. Hell yeah. Made my morning at work better. Well, thank you so much. Thank you for putting it right there. 669 out of respect. I support you in the shadows. Oh, I guess I'm not going to say who wrote that. Also, friends and family, if you're still listening, they charge you a fee. It makes no sense. They think I sold you like a couch or some bullshit. Either way, it doesn't matter. Who gives a shit? Anyway, shout out to the Cannoli Mafia. Thank you so much for Coffee and Cannolis. Thank you for showing up, Joe Anthony, NPC, Neil, Autumn, everyone in the chat. I love you guys. No, it wasn't him. You'd be surprised the people that support. Joey's hour and a half, 3.5 hours. Don't say that. I don't want to hear that shit. You guys have a good day. I will see you tonight. Much
later,
love.
everybody.
Have a good one.
Peace out.
Bye-bye. There's no music.
What's up, Joey?
What's up? I gotta end this.
You're still alive,
Alive. Yeah, hold on a second. There's no music. There's supposed to be jazz playing after this. Toodaloo. Shout out to Jonathan. All right. I'll be there for you when the rain starts. See you later, bitch. All right, we're out. We're ending it.